Welcome to step 4 of the design thinking process, prototype. After generating ideas and refining them, it's time to bring those concepts to life through prototyping. In this module, we'll guide you through the process of creating prototypes that are both functional and flexible, ensuring you can quickly iterate and refine your solutions based on real-world insights. Let's discover how prototyping fuels innovation and drives progress in the design process. The first step in the process was to really understand our ideal client, putting ourselves in their shoes to empathize with their experiences and identify their needs. This deep understanding allowed us to create a clear definition of the problem, which becomes a crucial guide for everything that comes next. This stage is all about taking your concept out for a spin. While ideas on paper can be exciting, it's when you bring them to life and start testing them that the real value emerges. This hands-on approach lets you uncover insights and refine your concept in ways that theory alone can't achieve. With a solid understanding of the problem, we moved on to generating creative ideas, selecting the ones with the greatest potential. Often, when people are tasked with developing a solution, their minds jump straight to the technical implementation, things like creating an online platform, forming partnerships, or hiring staff. However, this approach can make the idea fragile. It demands significant resources upfront without guaranteeing success. Design thinking teaches us that the process is iterative, an idea might not work and could need adjustments along the way. That's why building simple, quick prototypes is so important. These prototypes allow us to test, learn, and make changes without wasting time or resources. For example, let's say we're developing a new appointment management system for a clinic. Instead of building a full platform right away, we could start by creating a simple prototype using an Excel sheet, simulating the scheduling process and involving both staff and patients to gather feedback. If we're working on a physical product, like a new ergonomic chair, we could create a basic model using recycled materials, such as plastic pipes and fabric, to test its shape and functionality. This gives us valuable insights before committing to more complex designs. Even for something more intangible, like a customer loyalty program, we could simulate the experience by manually sending emails or notifications to participants. This allows us to test its effectiveness and gather feedback, without needing to immediately invest in developing a full platform. This gives us valuable insights before committing to more complex designs. Prototypes are closely tied to the testing phase, where we gather valuable feedback from users. This feedback helps us understand what works, what users don't like, and where improvements are needed. In this phase, failure is not a setback, it's an opportunity to learn. Failing early means we can identify critical issues before investing too many resources into an idea that might not work. Prototyping isn't about creating a final product, but about validating assumptions and learning from them. If a prototype doesn't work, that's okay, we can always go back and try again. For example, if we were designing a new delivery service, we might simulate the entire experience with a small group of users. Instead of jumping straight into developing a complex digital platform, we could use simple tools like email and paper forms to collect orders. This allows us to test the concept in a low-cost, low-risk way before committing to larger investments. Prototypes are powerful tools that transform abstract concepts into something tangible and easy to understand. They can vary in complexity, from simple, rudimentary models that test just one key function, to more sophisticated versions. What's most important is not aiming for perfection, but focusing on capturing the essence of the idea. Prototyping is about learning and refining, not finalizing a perfect product from the start. One of the most effective approaches to prototyping is the Wizard of Oz method. In this technique, a person simulates how an idea works, while the user believes they are interacting with a fully functioning system. This allows us to test the concept without having to build the entire infrastructure right away, saving time and resources while still gathering valuable feedback. Let's take a look at how IBM used the Wizard of Oz method in the 1980s to test a new speech-to-text recognition system. Rather than immediately developing an expensive and complex software solution, IBM chose to simulate the service in order to gather valuable feedback. The testers were invited to try out the new system in a room with a microphone and a screen. They spoke into the microphone, and their words appeared on the screen as text in real time. What they didn't know, however, was that there was no advanced software handling the speech recognition. In a separate room, a skilled typist was listening to their speech and quickly transcribing it, creating the illusion that the system was fully automated. This test provided IBM with useful insights. Even with near-perfect transcription accuracy, users found the system difficult to use. Speaking for long periods caused vocal strain, the system was noisy, and it wasn't suitable for confidential environments. By running this test, IBM was able to identify these issues early, saving resources and avoiding unnecessary investment in flawed technology. The feedback also helped refine the project, enabling IBM to focus on specific scenarios where speech recognition would be more practical and effective. A more modern example of the Wizard of Oz method comes from Amazon. Before launching fully automated services, Amazon tested features of Amazon Mechanical Turk in a clever way. Instead of developing an entirely automated system from the start, Amazon employed human operators to carry out the tasks requested by users, tasks like categorizing images or analyzing data. This method allowed Amazon to validate the interest in the service and understand key user requirements without committing to the full-scale development. Let's imagine we want to develop an automated reservation system for restaurants. Instead of jumping into building a complex app right away, we could set up a simple experiment. Users would enter their reservation details into an online form, and behind the scenes, a person would manually handle each request, simulating the automation. From the user's perspective, the system seems fully operational, but in reality, it's all being managed manually. This approach allows us to observe how users interact with the service, identify any challenges they face, and gather valuable insights for improving the system, all before we invest in the technology required to fully automate it. The flow of experience, including both pains and gains, can be reconstructed rather than just imagined. By observing real interactions with a service or product, we can uncover actual user challenges and delights, allowing us to better understand how to improve the experience and create a solution that truly meets their needs. Creating easily testable mock-ups of the product or solution allows end users to interact with the concept before making any significant investment in full implementation. This approach helps gather crucial feedback early on, ensuring that the final solution aligns with user needs and expectations while minimizing risks. Visual and narrative elements, such as charts and graphs, storytelling, and the use of metaphors and analogies, play an important role in conveying ideas and making them easier to understand. These tools help illustrate complex concepts and engage audiences in a more relatable way. Equally important is having a deep understanding of users. This involves observing and interacting with them in their natural habitat through methods like ethnography, qualitative research, participant observation, interviews, journey mapping, and job analysis. These techniques give us valuable insights into users' needs, behaviors, and pain points, allowing us to design solutions that truly resonate with them. One creative way to explore a new experience is by getting into character, whether as a person or even a piece of equipment, stepping through the entire process. This is where dramatis personae comes in. It involves identifying the essential roles in the experience, such as customers, frontline staff, back-end support, or even systems that are crucial to the experience. To bring the story to life, costumes and props can be used to enhance the scenario, but don't worry about perfection. The focus is on bringing the experience to life through improvisation. As you step through the process, pause at key moments to resolve how each role is contributing to the overall flow, gaining a deeper understanding of the experience from all perspectives. Mocking up your concepts at scale is a powerful way to invite feedback and refine your ideas. Start by determining what you want to design and build based on your learning goals. What aspects of the concept are you uncertain about and need to explore further? Often, physically building your experience with simple materials like foam core and incorporating tools like roleplay can bring new service concepts to life in a tangible way. Additionally, as virtual reality (VR) tools become more accessible, they offer an excellent opportunity to simulate potential new experiences in a dynamic and immersive way. Thank you for joining us in this module. I hope you feel more confident in using prototyping to bring your ideas to life. As you continue your journey through the design thinking process, keep experimenting and gathering insights to shape the best possible solutions. See you in the next module.